217 Recovery Podcast.
Wow.
Out the gate.
Woo.
Yeah.
All right.
Got good stuff going on here today.
Yeah, you almost coughed on something.
Something. I don't know. 217, though, we're going to be out tomorrow. It's the UFAM event. Dude, I've been on cloud 9 all day today.
Yeah, I know. I can tell, man.
It's been awesome.
You look like you know how they say pregnant women have that glow?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
You don't know? You never heard that before? You never heard how pregnant women have like a glow?
Maybe.
Well, you've got that glow.
It's like a kid at Christmas.
No.
Like, I don't even know how I'm going to sleep tonight, to tell you the truth. Oh, it's going to be so wonderful. And then I try not to think how I used to think. Like, oh, what am I going to forget? What am I going to screw up? How is this going to go bad? You know, I'm just thinking good times, man.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to try not to be a jerk tomorrow. That's going to be a tall task, but no, I mean,
Don't do that.
I just want to have fun.
Okay.
It's you, me, Anna's making her first appearance. Kelly's going to be there. And it's just going to be a fun time, man. And I just want to have fun. I want to make sure we're having fun. Yeah. And you know what that means for us?
What's that mean for us?
217 games, baby.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, busting out the 217 games. And I figured this would be the perfect podcast to talk about 217 games.
Yeah.
When we were in treatment, Rob and I, we were both in room 217. And we started playing games. And I play this game similar in other facets of my career and other treatment centers, but none as fun as this game, and it didn't go as well as it did here. But Rob and I, we would give each other words to say, and I'm trying to think of some kid-friendly examples.
Kid-friendly examples?
Merple. Merple. I had to say Merple, and I worked that in with my mom. You know, like I wouldn't tell my mom, hey, you know, you're a Merple.
Right.
And then
Moose Knuckle. Nobody knows. Nobody really
Moose
knows.
Knuckle posters.
Moose Knuckle posters. Yeah, that was a good one.
And we had to say it. And we couldn't just say it. We couldn't just be sitting there and like bust out, Merple. You had to work it into your story or what you were talking about.
Yeah, and we did this, mind you, in front of a whole group of like 40-some people and a facilitator. And yeah, so it worked out pretty good though, because we were able to incorporate the words into some kind of story or experience that we went through, which made it even better.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And I noticed it too, like back when I was doing it at Riverwood, and we ended up getting caught, and that was not fun. That's why I was kind of worried about getting caught here at the treatment center, but it actually made it easier to talk about the stuff that was hard to talk about. You know, the stuff that I was really feeling, I would still talk about that stuff, but I wouldn't feel as embarrassed. I wouldn't feel as judged because I knew I was about to say, oh, I was running around last night in my mom's panties, you know, like the stuff that we had to say there. And it was like it was easier to get it out. It really was. I mean, it might sound silly. It might sound like, oh, yeah, that makes sense, but it really does. And you know, some of the stories that you shared were kind of embarrassing. You know,
but they were funny, man. I put a twist on it. It was great. You
Yep.
know, I think we gave Trevor one word. What was it? Big bird feathers or something?
Big bird panties.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. So if that just kind of clues anybody in onto how far off the deep end we kind of went sometimes, but it was fun nonetheless.
And we actually went and got a hat. What does the hat say even? I can't remember. Like,
it says "Bad Dad."
Bad Dad. From like, it looks like it's a straight up from 1986 or 1987.
Like straight up trucker hat.
Yeah, like I don't know. Kids nowadays might think it's cool, but
Yeah.
neither Rob or myself are dads, so that'll be kind of silly.
Yeah.
But it'll be really silly when Anna, the new member of 217, we have to initiate her. She's got to go through some hazing.
Yeah.
Because she never played the game with us. Obviously, she wasn't in the room 217. But I'm excited to have Anna on board, man. Mm-hmm. Now, and you know, Kelly, I don't know what she wants to do, if she wants to be a part of 217. We pretty much were just like, hey, come with us. You know, come be a body at the tent.
Yeah.
And, man, the sunset looks awesome.
Yeah, it does.
It's like red over Lake Charlevoix right now.
Yeah, it's red, and then it kind of goes like a really deep blue really quickly, but that's the overcastness. if that's even a word. But anyway, it's really pretty, though.
So we're sitting in the room. It's dark, and we're just looking out, and we have a pretty good view. Life is good. But anyway, back to Anna. Sorry, Anna. She's like, just talk about me some more. No, she's not like that. But
no.
Now we have a woman aboard, and maybe two. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what her role is or what she wants to even do.
We would have three, but unfortunately Colleen isn't able to make it, which I'm kind of bummed about.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, but, oh well. There'll be other times.
Yeah. Well, at least there's not going to be shenanigans going on. And,
what do you mean?
That porta potty's a rockin'. Don't come a knocking. That's just Rob. No. I kid. But
not really.
It's nice though to have women in the group. Because I'm sure there are women listening going, I'm a single mother, or, maybe my husband, is on drugs, or he's having a hard time with alcohol, whatever it is, we're missing that because obviously we're not women.
Yeah.
I mean, we love women,
yes.
But, it's great and refreshing. It really is, because I kind of felt like we were missing that element of it. And I think Anna's going to bring a lot to the table. She's very smart, and we actually have tied with how many times we both have been in recovery, or not recovery, but have
Rehab?
been in treatment centers.
Yeah.
They shouldn't even call it treatment centers. They should call it training centers.
Training centers?
Mm-hmm. Seriously. Because that's what you're doing. You're going there and you're retraining yourself, like, to not run and do that thing that feels so comfortable, but yet is so damaging to your life and to your body. We had crazy couple days around the house, but I haven't even thought about drinking. I've been staying busy, and this is something I want to talk about. Anna and I almost talked about it, about staying too busy. Maybe did we touch on it the other night?
I don't think so, no.
But sometimes you can get too busy, and I've done this before in the past where I would get out of a treatment center and I would like, all right, getting into work, throwing myself into work, and that's all I would do. All I would focus on work. Well, after a few weeks, sometimes a few days, I would get
burn out.
Yeah, burn out big time. And then something bad would happen, and boom, right back at it. And something similar happened recently around here where it's like a guy was like work. And he realized he was being overworked. He didn't really like his job. So then he quit without having another job. And that just left him idle. And what do they say about idle?
Idle time is the devil's workshop or playground or something.
Yeah, it's something like that. But the next thing you know, boom. And it's like, at the time, did I see it coming or did I see it happening? Not really. But now looking back, you're like, oh, yeah. I mean, his demeanor, I don't know. Just be careful. A friend messaged me yesterday. Sorry, William, I'm going to say your name. And he was, said he was going to listen to the podcast. And I feel bad for him. Well, not bad for him, but he was just saying, where he's from, it's just like the same people, the same stuff, the same stories at AA meetings. And he's like, I need something new, and I told him, well, you're more than welcome to listen to our podcast. We kind of do things a little different. But he said, he's like, I work 2 jobs. And, I told him that you need to make time, just like you would for anything else. You need to make time and seek out things to do that's going to help you recovery, whether it be go to a meeting, whether it be read, whether it be meditate. There are people out there that get sober without, going to meetings. I don't know. It's different for everybody. There's not one set, do this, follow these rules, which people listening. And if you're big into AA, you're like, oh, I disagree. The steps, they work. Okay. They did for you. That's good. I'm happy that they worked for you. And I'm not saying that they're bad. Anything that can help you not drink or use, to me, is perfect. Rob?
Oh, I agree 100%.
Sorry, I don't want my mom texting me again. Let Rob talk.
Oh,
You talk too much.
Bless your heart, Sandy.
She has no idea.
No, I think she does. She's your mom.
Yeah, she can start her own podcast. She can have Rob and Sandy's podcast. No.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, so, well, hey, I agree. Just like with anything else, there's got to be a balance. And if you do too much of anything, it's just not healthy. I don't care if it's working out, or exercising, or like you were saying, working too much, or eating too much, or whatever. There's got to be some kind of balance where you're incorporating a lot of different things into your life. Just like with a diet, all the major food groups, not too much of one thing and too little of another, helps make a healthy diet, which helps you perform better. The same thing goes in life, a moderate amount of exercise, a moderate amount of recreational time, a moderate amount of family time, or whatever the case may be with that. It's just all about having moderation and balance, and that's what I'm finding out and learning. I mean, call me slow sometimes maybe, but it seems to make a lot of sense now. Where's the fine line of moderation and too much? Well, I guess that's up to each individual to decide for themselves. You may like to do one thing more than another, and that's okay, that's fine, that's healthy. But when you're just spending a lot of time, like say for instance work, you're overworking. Why? Because you're trying to take up so-called idle time, so that you're not worried about maybe doing something that will lead up to a relapse, like thinking too much or being inside your own head. Well, with work comes relaxation, relaxation, recreation, blah, 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 blah. It's all about moderation.
And we know what we need now, Rob, is a married guy on here. Because like William was saying, his wife and kids, he's like, yeah, that'd be great, but I have to explain to them, I need to take this hour or this time, this 2 hours, whatever it is. I need to take this time and I need to go do something that's going to help me in my recovery. And he's like, yeah, how am I going to explain that to them? I don't know, man. I'm a pretty selfish guy. I would say, well, this is my recovery. Do you want me sober? But you don't want to do it like that. You don't want to be like, you want me sober or not? Because I can go, I'll stay home and drink all night. Don't do that.
No, ultimatums never really work very well.
But just explain, sit down and have a serious conversation and just say, look, I am afraid, that I'm going to use, and maybe that's why I'm working so much, or maybe I have to work 2 jobs because we're behind. I don't know, whatever it is, but you need to explain, though, I really do need this time. It's not that I don't love you. It's not that I don't want to spend time with you or the kids. It's just I need to do this to stay sober. And the family down the road is going to be so much happier. Right now, you might be going through a hard time. In 2 months, who knows? In a year, who knows? Just live in the now. Control what you can right now. You can plan for the future, but don't hang on that. And don't look back in the past and judge yourself on that either.
Right. Absolutely. Don't, make plans for the future, but...
Yeah, but you can. And make good ones. Like today I was making a plan. I was like, yeah, I'm going to have a
salami and pastrami sandwich with provolone and American cheese and mayonnaise and maybe a pickle.
Wow, good job, Rob.
Well,
you're thinking positive. I'm going to have a studio and an office.
Oh, well,
that's what I was thinking. I'm going to have that.
With this.
That's where I was going with it until you start talking about food.
Well, usually that's what you're talking about, dude. So
no, my mom again, she's like, quit ragging on me. She says I always talk about sex. And I told her, I was like, well, Mom, sex is kind of a big topic in recovery, especially early recovery. And I'm like, you wouldn't know. Because she ain't getting none.
Oh, dude.
Oh, I didn't go there.
You're putting your mom on blast.
Yeah, now it's fun and games, huh, Mom? You're going to start that podcast, aren't you?
Holy moly.
Wow. I know. Well, no, thanks for the donation, Mom. Again, thank you. Yeah. No, for real. No. Just playing with you, Mom. Just messing. Just playing around. Just kidding. I kid.
Well, where I was going with the pastrami sandwich is, don't get bent out of shape just because you don't get a pickle. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, in life, don't get bent out of shape because You know,
Because you screw up your table drop.
yeah.